wir nochmal in den letzten Teil gehen von Talking Watches? Ich denke, das hat der gute Ed Sheeran doch verdient. Komm, wir gucken uns den Rest des Videos auch nochmal an.
You know, I wait for it and you know it's coming and you get excited about it. It's not just like, hey, can I have it, and it arrives the next day.
I enjoy the wait. I love the wait. I wouldn't have thought that I would think that when I was younger, but the wait is part of the ownership. When it's in the queue, you know you'll get a call at some point.
Passt das Video?
It's a fun way to live because you get it. You slice the box open, you go, oh, there it is. Put it on, and you kind of miss the moments when you were waiting for it because you know it's sort of over. Would you say that at all times there's always something being made for you that you're waiting for, and if there wasn't, you'd be a little empty inside?
No, I think that's just part of collecting anything. There's always something. There's always something in the works.
Have you ever given someone a watch when you were drunk?
Yeah, lots of times.
You ever woken up and regretted giving that person that watch?
No, because I think it's all part of this. I don't actually ever regret anything really. That's all part of the story.
I drunk gave someone a watch one time.
What watch?
It was a really cool Datejust with a blue burst dial and diamond markers. And I think it was two-tone, which made it kind of like really kind of funky and porny. And I put it on someone's wrist, and I was like, I want you to have this. And the next morning I woke up and I was like,
that's a great story.
I was like, Mayor, deal with that. You did that, and that's awesome, and that's how it goes when you drink. But I actually was happy to do it. I mean, we're not always that drunk to the point. I mean, you wouldn't put a 5004 on someone's wrist if you were.
No. No, but my favorite thing in the world is to give people watches and see them then.
Also zum Beispiel, da sind wir schon eins, ne? Ich finde auch, das Schönste, was man machen kann, ist anderen Personen Uhren zu geben, wenn sie dafür bezahlt haben.
Change into watch people.
It's not that far off from how I see it, but like everything else in life, you're just a little better than I am.
I'm not saying I would never sell a watch either. I'm just saying these particular watches.
These ones on this table.
Yeah.
This calls into question, you're spending money, and that money is gone. You're not seeing these watches any longer as potential future money. They are
I
forever
see them like I see wine. They are to be enjoyed. They are to be enjoyed. I don't get any of these and go, this was smart.
This was smart.
I get them because I love them.
Okay. Do you get pleasure from finding out that a watch you bought is 4 times more valuable, even though you're not going to cash out?
Hast du deiner Tochter eine Uhr oder Gold gekauft? Nee. Die Sache ist, das kann sie selber, also das kriegt sie auch selber hin.
Isn't it nice to know that the thing you're wearing is 4 times more valuable than the day you bought it?
Me personally, no, because I like wearing them out and about.
No, wear them out and about, but even just intellectually.
I find myself, like you, out and about, leaning to G-Shock more now, just being like, I don't want.
So you think, okay, this is interesting. Because you're never going to sell them, it becomes a burden that they're that valuable and makes them harder to wear.
No, I'm not. Burden's the wrong word, but like I bought. I used to. But the older I've got, the more I've got into steel bracelets, and I love that each brand has their own blue face steel bracelet thing.
And these are hard to get. I don't think they're making a lot of those, and they could.
Die beliebteste Lange und Söhne in Stahl.
Move all their production into that and sell a bunch of them.
Well, this was. I mean, I wore this for pretty much the entirety of the pandemic. I loved this one. I'd gone to play in Germany and I bought a Zeitwerk, and I loved the digital look of a Zeitwerk. And then when they brought these out, I was just like, you know, there's something I know Patek do it now, but there's something in the resizing of it with just pressing a button and you've had a bit to drink the night before, your skin's a bit puffy, and you put on a watch and it can fit perfectly.
Oh, that has an adjuster.
Yeah, I think this was the first big watch brand to do it. I think that I'd never seen this before.
We're getting a nod from
Still
the
one
judge.
of the best.
Yeah. Have you try it on?
Never
I
seen
think I'm gonna make you a Lange guy by the end of this.
You made a Tudor watch to celebrate the Divide tour. I am lucky enough to be.
That's because John brokered the deal. I basically said I want to get some special watches made for my tour crew at the end of the tour, and John said, I think you'd mentioned that they'd done one for Facebook.
Yeah, no one knows this.
Am I allowed to say this?
Yeah, let's do it now.
Yeah.
I mean, they made it. I could wear it anytime I want. Tudor did a corporate.
Nein. Tudor hat eine customized Facebook-Uhr gemacht. Was?
Custom order, which they will do for Facebook. And I have some friends at Facebook, and some of them had a Facebook headquarters sort of watch club. I find the custom dial Tudor so curious and interesting and novel. And so I have a Facebook Tudor, which to me, when I look at it, I go, this is so, I don't even know what it's worth. I don't even know if someone's, what's a Facebook Tudor?
Das hat wirklich was Cooles.
There was one that sold like 2 months ago.
Did it really?
Yeah, I didn't see what it went for, but there was one else.
There've been a couple of these that have sold.
Have you seen these sell? Are you upset that any of them sold?
No, because the pandemic happened and touring stopped. So like, who am I to say?
Right.
I was actually really sad when I saw it. Not like sad, like how dare you, but I was really sad that, you know, obviously no one toured for 18 months or whatever, and it's people's livelihoods. And I guess kind of happy that they had something to sell. But
Do you know what they went for?
Yeah, like 30 grand or something like that. Yeah, pretty
amazing.
Yeah.
And the back of it has a really cool message too.
Yeah, so it just says, thank you for all your hard work.
Guck mal, das ist etwas heftige, sehr, 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 sehr schönes Detail. Thank you for all your hard work on this tour. Love Ed X.
Work on this tour, love Ed, and then Divide tour. I mean, we sold like 9 million tickets on this tour. It's still the most attended tour of all time, and the people that were on the road, you know, they missed like kids' birthdays, funerals, weddings, like all of this stuff. And I bonus every year. I give everyone a Christmas bonus, and we do gifts throughout the tour, like rain jackets or fucking mugs or, you know, all this stuff. But there's something in, especially with watches, because they're my passion, there's something in being like, there was such a limited amount of people on the tour that even knew Tudor or anything. They were just like, oh, this is cool. And I quite like that because they all wear it on tour. On tour, like all the guys on tour, it's sort of like a badge of honor.
It's the watch version of a satin touring jacket.
Yeah. Every single one of the touring crew, I don't think there's really anyone that keeps it in a safe at home for safekeeping. They all wear it with pride, and it's sort of like a, we survived.
Ed Sheeran, what is your favorite thing about the Spider-Man AP concept?
It makes me think that unless you're Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield, like who is it for?
But what's your favorite thing about it? Pick your favorite thing. Circle the best answer.
I just like concepts in general. So I like the fact.
Ich sag euch eine Sache. Ich habe diese Woche die Uhr in der Hand gehabt. Ich war als erstes so, ist die Uhr. Aber ich sage euch in echt, ne? Die Uhr hat wirklich ein tolles Konzept. Diese Dreidimensionalität, dieses simple Werk, wenn man das mal sich anschaut, ne, das hat schon was von der Corum Bridge und es wird auf jeden Fall etwas ganz, ganz Besonderes sein. Das Spider-Man-Universum als allgemein ist halt wirklich krass. Also und ja, ich finde es schön, dass Audemars Piguet sich an sowas rantraut.
It's a concept. I'd be interested to see if they're going the full hog and they're going to do a Hulk and a fucking Iron Man. And...
If I were them, I would not stop now. This is not the time to stop.
But I mean, there's something in...
Nee, sieht nicht aus. Glaub mir, wenn du die Uhr in der Hand hältst, das ist schon etwas Besonderes. Natürlich nicht für jeden, ne? Ich meine, die Uhr kostet auch, was kostet die Uhr? Liste, glaube ich, 220 oder so. Oder 200. Aber ich finde es schön, dass AP sich sowas rantraut.
The pop culturalness of it. I just think it's, if you're going to do it, I don't know, it just feels a bit aggressive.
You know what I think about it?
Das ist aber die Zeit, verstehst du? Das ist die Zeit. Überleg mal, du hattest in den 70er Jahren AP oder Nautilus, ne? Da war schon diese Stahluhr mit dem Konzept heftig. Dann hattest du allgemein Gerald Genta Uhren, die regulären Gerald Genta Uhren, diamantbesetzte Riesenklopper, ewige Kalender. Die waren auch ihrer Zeit, so weißt du, man hat gesagt, Alter, wer soll das tragen? Und ich finde, das differenziert die Marke so ein bisschen, dass du hast Patek als sehr konservative Marke und Audemars Piguet, die gehen schon New Boundaries. Am Ende, eine Sache ist auch klar, Spider-Man wird es immer geben. Es wird immer Spider-Man geben. Spider-Man wird auch noch in 20 Jahren, auch die Comics werden in 20 Jahren auch noch geguckt. Von daher, das ist schon eine coole Sache.
Favorite thing about the Spider-Man, it's rendered very well. Spider-Man himself is rendered incredibly well. That's a beautiful rendering.
But it's 250 fucking grand. It has to be. Imagine if it wasn't.
No, that's right. But it's rendered very well. Let's say, because it's easy to just shit on it. It's rendered very well. I love that when you flip the watch around and you look at the back, you still just see this dude's feet hanging out like he's stuffed in the garbage. You see his two little feet hanging out there. Have you seen the back of Spider-Man's feet? Will you please just insert the picture of the back of the Spider-Man concept?
Can I just say on
coming out
in defense of, I, like the rest of the world, when Code 1159 came out, went, not for me. And now, I'm like, some of this is for me.
I'll tell you
Nein, Code 1159, ich sage euch, Code 1159 ist eine gute Uhr. Die ist schon nicht schlecht.
But that's different. That's not you coming around.
No, but they might make an Iron Man where I'm like, that's for me.
But that's different. That's AP on the code, figuring out how not to put 6 different fonts on a dial, figuring out how not to have a white ring. They are actually changing. It's like the Ford Bronco when it first came out. You went, I don't know. The 5270, the first generation, is not very good. And you give it a minute and it actually figures itself out. So the latest code chronograph is lovely. So that's less about you adjusting to it. To me, if I'm being very thoughtful about the Spider-Man thing, I don't have a problem with a watch that celebrates Spider-Man. What I would have said if I was in the meeting is, let's make a Spider-Man watch that appears more like something Spider-Man himself would have worn and not a
starkes Konzept.
Watch that features a...
so more of a color scheme.
Yes, put the 2 eyes on it. Represent Spider-Man. Great. Is there a Marvel crossover AP concept that you would jump to buy?
With the same sort of design?
Same design. What's a Marvel character you would buy?
I mean, we spoke about this, and it's not Marvel, it would be DC, and it would be Batman. But that's because, as a kid, Batman was my guy. Okay. Like, everything was Batman. So that just leaning, and probably there's an element of that to Spider-Man. The type of people that would be buying that might have Spider-Man #1 comic at their house.
Right.
You know.
Right. So here, okay, AP is going to work with you to work with any item or icon that you want on a concept open work thing. You can put anything you want on there, but it's got to be another brand that is a collaboration with them. What are you doing in enamel painted, sculpted metal in the center of the dial?
Me personally, and it's a piece unique. No one else has this.
No,
it's not
I
like
think
250. Oh,
I think
so
yours-
I'm getting judged on it.
Oh yeah.
Because if I'm not getting judged, Pokemon all day long. I'd have Squirtle in the middle, and it would be baby blue rubber strap. You could
That's not bad actually.
Yeah, it would be.
That's actually pretty cool.
It would be a diver's watch. It would be like a proper. I'm just. I'm riffing.
No, this is
I'm just
good. I
riffing.
actually like this.
But in terms of like going out to the general, do you know, Squirtle? They're going to hate it anyway. They're gonna if I can stand by it and be like, this is my watch.
I think a Pokemon AP might have come out of you like a quirky. I don't mind it. What about a Heinz ketchup bottle? Would you wear one?
I've been given I've got another friend called Johnny that gave me a Heinz ketchup themed, where the second hand was a Heinz ketchup bottle.
Is there a new thing that's not watches that you're collecting?
I grew up. Both my parents worked in art. They both were curators of art galleries, so I've always been into art. And my
And I would say that I got.
If I'm like me and John got these ironically, and we wear them.
Ja, okay. Das war das Video. Wir waren heute in einer anderen Pace, darum konnten wir den Rest des Videos, war mehr philosophisch, der Rest des Videos. Wir werden es vielleicht nochmal schauen. Jetzt gerade war ich irgendwie auch in einem anderen Trip.